guys, and welcome back. Today I'm going to be talking about my October makeup that I've chosen for the month. This is the makeup that I want to reach for and wear throughout the month of October. It's going to be a little bit of a weirder month because I just placed an order for some new makeup. I finally broke my makeup no-buy, and I feel like I'm going to be reaching for my newer products when they arrive, and I predict they will arrive in the month of October at some point. So these products I might not end up wearing as much, I guess, as I hope to, because I have those new products coming in. Anyway, I am in a bit of a rush, so I'm going to try and get through this video really quick. Hope you guys enjoy it, and let's just go ahead and get started. Let's start with primers. The first one is one that I have talked about and used on my channel so much. It's the Milani Prime Light Face Primer for strobing and pore minimizing. I have worn this one so much in the past. I'm actually wearing it on my face today. It gives me a very healthy, luminous glow to it. I don't think it minimizes pores. Definitely makes my face look more dewy. So I really like this one. I'm also almost done it, which is why it's back on the menu this month. And then something new that I haven't talked about in a while is the NYX Bear With Me Hydrating Jelly Primer. This is actually a really cool product. It is an actual gel. It's like a clear gel. I remember liking this product when I first tried it out, so I kind of want to get back into using this again. We're getting into the colder season, so I feel like I'm gonna want hydration on my face, so that's kind of why I wanted to pull that product back out. And then for base products, I have the L'Oreal Magic Skin Beautifier BB Cream in the shade Light. I'm wearing this one on my face today. I really like this product, but I am only including it because I'm basically done it. I know I say this all the time, but one or two more uses. I even had trouble getting it out of the tube today to apply my makeup. I feel like it's almost done, so might as well just use it till it's gone. New this month, I am pulling back out the Covergirl Clean Fresh Skin Milk. This is in the shade 550 Light Medium. I remember loving this product when I first tried it out, and I haven't worn it in a really long time, so I definitely want to reach for this one again. Plus it's a little bit more lightweight. It doesn't provide as much coverage, but I kind of like that. I'm way more into the less coverage, more natural freckles, dark spots, pigmentation. Like, I'm way more into flaws showing on my skin these days. Another one that's more in the lighter weight finish is the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Tinted Moisturizer. This one is in the shade Light 6W. I would have worn this one all summer, but I was too dark for it. Definitely a little bit more on the lighter side. I probably should have picked up a darker shade. Now that my tan is kind of fading and I'm going back to my normal color after summer, I feel like I can start reaching for this one again. I really liked it. I loved the way it looked on my skin. I also just placed an order on Colourpop, so I want to compare it to the Pretty Fresh foundation, and I did pick that up, so I'll do a wear test on that product, but I do want to compare it to this one and see which one I prefer. And then last, I have something that's a little bit more fuller coverage. It's the NYX Born to Glow Natural Radiant Foundation. This is in the shade Nude. It is the most perfect color match for me. I feel like NYX, their foundations are really good color matches. Like, I have the shade Natural in their Can't Stop Won't Stop. That is the perfect shade for me, and same as this one. They just do olive tones really well. Like, they nail the olive undertones. This shade in Nude, if you're a similar skin tone to me, definitely try Nude. It's probably one of my best color matched foundations. I really like this foundation. It's such a beautiful finish. It makes your skin look so glowy and healthy, but it does provide nice full coverage. And I remember loving this one in the fall when I tried it out last year, so I definitely want to use it again now. It's just a good foundation to have in the winter and in the fall and the winter, because it gives you that summer dew with the fuller coverage for fall time. I'm not going to talk about setting sprays or powders because you guys know the ones I like to use all the time, but I am going to talk about bronzers. In addition to my Physicians Formula sculpting bronzer that I have been using straight since like March. This is in the shade Toffee, and I'm just obviously going to include it again. But in addition to that, I wanted to throw in a powder bronzer. And this is the e.l.f. Primer Infused Bronzer in the shade Perpetually Tan. I love this. I'm wearing this one on my face today. It's just such a nice color for me. It's the perfect amount of warmth that it's not too orange, but it also isn't muddy looking or too cool toned. And for blush, I have a cream blush that I decided to pull back out, and I forgot how gross this tube is. Like, the black always comes onto my fingers. The actual markings on this product always rub off onto my fingers, but this is the Wet n Wild Megaglo makeup stick in the shade Hustle and Glow. It's just a really pretty peachy, glowy blush shade, and I love peaches in the fall time, so I thought it would be appropriate to pull it back out. Plus, I haven't used it in a while, and I wanted to try something new and not just use my usual creams. Also have the Milani Baked Blush in the shade Rose Doro, which is one of my favorites. I'm wearing it on my face today. It's the product that's giving me that intense glowy skin on my cheeks and that warm flush. It's just such a beautiful blush. It's one of my favorite blushes of all time. I think it might be my favorite blush of all time. I just always come back to it. It's such a nice product for the price point, and I love it. Eyeshadow palettes. So I actually have two today, and the reason I have two is because I couldn't decide, and also I wanted one that was smaller so I could travel with it when I'm going back and forth between my parents' house. So that one is the Wet n Wild eyeshadow palette in the shade Coffin Break. I don't actually know if it was limited edition, but it came out last Halloween, and it's just the perfect October palette. Like, when I look at this, it's just screaming October to me. Because I had a feeling that you can't get this one anymore, I also included another palette. The one that I'm actually wearing on my eyes today, it's the Soph X Revolution Extra Spice palette. It's the second collab she came out with. Again, it's just full of those warm-toned, spicy fall shades. I'm wearing just the mattes on my eyes today. I think it's such a nice selection to find at the drugstore. I don't like this palette as much as her original Soph X palette with Revolution. I definitely prefer that one, but this one is still a good formula. It has a little bit less variety, I think, because it's so warm-toned. But yeah, love this palette, and the formula is amazing. I really like it. It's so easy to use. I did this eye look really quickly with minimal effort, honestly. So the last thing are lips. The first lipstick is something that I've been wearing so often lately in a ton of videos. It's the Colourpop Ultra Blotted Luxe Lipstick in the shade California Love. I've just been wearing it so much lately, so I figured I would talk about it in this video and just count it as one of my lipstick shades. And then the next one, I wanted a nude, like a deeper nude for fall, and this is the NYX Suede matte lipstick in the shade Free Spirit, which I absolutely love. I think this is the perfect fall nude shade. It'll probably be in my fall lipstick video. By the way, that will be coming out. I haven't filmed it yet or figured out what lipsticks I want to talk about. I might not include all of the ones I'm mentioning today because I don't want to be too redundant, but I will be filming a drugstore fall lipstick video eventually. Then I have the Revolution Pro Supreme Matte Lip Pigment in the shade Affection. I remember loving this one back when I was using it. It's just kind of a neutral nude shade, I guess. It's a little bit deeper. It's kind of like a honey nude shade. It's just a nice formula. It lasts a really long time on my lips. And then I have so many lipsticks. I don't know what's going on here. I have the Revolution Matte Lipstick in the shade Spice. One of you told me that this was transfer proof. I didn't know that, and I didn't include it in my transfer proof lipstick video. This is more of a peachy shade, but it's kind of one of those deeper peaches, like burnt peaches, that I think work in the fall time, because normally peach would be like a spring summer shade, but because this is so burnt and deeper, I felt like it's a good one for fall. And because you guys said it was transfer proof, I wanted to wear them again, try the formula out a bit more, because obviously I'm going to be wearing masks a lot in the fall time. Then I have Maybelline Superstay Ink Crayon in the shade Live on the Edge. Another really pretty raisin shade. These types of raisin rum shades are my absolute favorite in the fall time. They're just so good. Like, they're just such a fall staple for me. And then I have the NYX Lingerie push-up lipstick in the shade Exotic. Honestly, there are so many of these shades that would work in the fall time, but I couldn't include all of them. So I just picked Exotic because it's a really fun, I guess it's like a plum, almost like a reddish plum shade. I don't really know how to describe this color, but it's very unique and it's a great formula. I love the lingeries. And then the one on my lips right now, it's kind of a really deep terracotta shade, almost like a brown, I guess, and it's the L'Oreal Matte Crayon in the shade Flirty Toffee. It's a beautiful shade. I really like it. It is like the epitome of fall lips, in my opinion, so I wanted to obviously include this one. I think it would look good with like any fall makeup look, any warm toned or even smoky brown makeup look. Also on any skin tone, I feel like this color would just look amazing. Last, I have the Colourpop Ultra Matte Lipstick in the shade Mama. I always find it so awkward to say the word Mama. But this is kind of a spicy, deeper red shade. It's not really terracotta, but it's definitely got hints of that orangey red tone to it. It's also transfer proof because it dries down to a matte finish, and I haven't really worn it since I got it, so might as well throw it in to the pile this month. And those are all of my lipsticks. Anyway, that sums up this video. It's probably the fastest I've ever done this video, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you as always for watching. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Please subscribe if you would like to see more videos, and I will see you in my next one.